Copyright 2014, Math Diagnostics and Intervention, all rights reserved. Let's take a look at these two triangles and see if these two triangles are similar. We have the one congruency mark for angle G and one congruency mark for angle T. So angle G is congruent to angle T. And we also have the two congruency mark for E and a two congruency mark for angle U. So we have two angles in one triangle congruent to two angles in another triangle. Therefore, these two triangles are similar by angle-angle similarity. So let's write our similarity statement. Let's take a look at triangle GEF. That will be similar to triangle. Well, one congruency tick mark for G and one congruency mark for T, so the T has to be listed first. E has two congruency marks, therefore we're looking for the two congruency mark in our other triangle, which is angle U. And finally we have F, which has no congruency marks in our first triangle. That will correspond to angle V, which also has no congruency marks. So triangle GEF is similar to triangle TUV. Now let's find our scale factor. Our scale factor is going to be 2 over 5 because 2 is the side length between our no congruency mark for angle F and our two congruency mark for angle E. And angle 5 is also between our no congruency mark for V and our two congruency mark for U. Therefore, side length of 2 corresponds to side length of 5. So our scale factor can be either 2 over 5 if we go from the small triangle to the large triangle, or it could be 5 over 2 if we go from the large triangle to the small triangle. Now let's solve for our missing variables. I'm going to use the ratio of 2 over 5, scale factor of 2 over 5, small triangle to large triangle, to solve for x. X in the large triangle is going to go in our denominator, and x is between our one congruency mark and our no congruency mark. Therefore, that will correspond to side length of 3, which is also between our one congruency mark and our no congruency mark in the smaller triangle. I have one fraction equal to another fraction, so I can cross multiply this. When we cross multiply, 2 times x is just 2x. That's going to be equal to 5 times 3, which is 15. Divide both sides by 2, and we get x is equal to 15 over 2. Or if you prefer a decimal, you could write that as x equal to 7 5/10 or 7.5. We're now going to solve for y. I'm going to use the same scale factor of 2 over 5. My small triangle is 2. Our large triangle is 5. So y from the small triangle will go in the numerator, and that will correspond to 10 in the large triangle because y is between the one congruency mark for G and the two congruency mark for E, and 10 is between the one congruency mark for T and the two congruency mark for U. Once again, we will cross multiply, and we will end up with 5 times y is equal to 2 times 10, which is 20. Divide both sides by 5, and we end up with y is equal to 4. So once again, we identified two triangles as being similar through angle-angle similarity. We wrote our scale factor. In this case, we could write it as either 2 over 5 or 5 over 2. And then we solve for our missing values of x and y by using our scale factor, cross-multiplying, and finding the missing value. Again, as long as you manage your details, you should have little problems with similar triangle problems. Good luck.